Cheers, everybody. Welcome back to another beer review. And in this one, we have got a Wychwood beer. Been a while, have to say, and a lot of things have changed regarding Wychwood with me. And I have to say, the first thing that really hits home is the label. So, boys and girls, the beer we're going to review is a stout, and it is their Diceman Stout. Not so super, not so smashing, and not so great, because I'm looking at that label and I'm thinking, what on earth have they done to Wychwood Brewery? What on earth have Marston's done to this brewery? Absolutely shocking, even by looking at that. Branding is a very important thing to beer, to anything. Branding is, if you get your branding right, it can do wonders for you. Hence, that's why I'm wearing this t-shirt. Iron Maiden, and you got Eddie. What would Iron Maiden be without Eddie? What would Wychwood be without some decent branding as well? You know, going back years. Let's go back years when I started this channel off. Wychwood was everywhere in the supermarkets, and you know, even though that sometimes the beer wasn't brilliant all the time, what Wychwood had was the marketing. You know, you looked at the labels: Black Witch, Goliath, Hobgoblin, all these wonderful looking artwork on the labels were fantastic, and it was fantastic for the brewery, because it made people buy their beer. The people who weren't, say, proper beer drinkers would go out, see that branding, and that branding, compared to a lot of beers on the shelf, they would pick that beer up. So now I'm looking at this. Compared to the old branding, this might as well be a 3-year-old's, 4-year-old's picture stuck on some parent's fridge somewhere. It is terrible. Absolutely terrible. And, you know, I haven't even opened the bottle yet, but so far, you know, if you think that it's acceptable for a major brewery to buy another brewery and absolutely dismantle its most iconic branding, if you think that's great, then you need your head testing. You really do. If you think Wychwood is great at the moment, you need your fucking head testing, because I'm telling you now, just by looking at this bowl, looking at that branding, they have taken the piss out of all the beer drinkers, because they have, that branding for me is fucking awful. I've looked at others on the shelf. The Firecatcher looked terrible. Everything, it just looked absolutely shocking. That does not make me buy this beer at all. The only reason why I bought this beer is that I've never reviewed it. So there you go. I'll read the bag. It says, go all in with the Diceman Jet Black Silky Smooth Stout. A bold combination of dark malts creates a smoky aroma of toffee and plums. Expect a warming flavour of licorice and dry fruits, with an alluring cocoa sweetness and a bitter coffee finish. An odds-on favourite. Brewers of character. Well, they kept that. Brewers of character, didn't they? That's sane. But to be honest with you, looking at that, it looks an abomination. It does. So let's crack this open. You know, I'm not anti-Wychwood. I'm not anti-Marston's. At the end of the day, if it's good beer, it's good beer. But for Christ's sake, look at it. Look at it. Compare that to the Black Witch. Compare that to all the other, you know, the old Wychwood guard of you know, the Hobgoblin labels and everything. They have absolutely, someone somewhere thought that they would get a printers to do these different labels, because they're all similar, and obviously they've done this because of cheapness, because it will save them money. But you're absolutely ruining a lot of the beer's identity. I'm 5 minutes in, I haven't even cracked the lot open. But look at it. Right, let's crack it open before I just go on one and go on one. So, the crown. We've got kind of like a red Russian star. The aroma. Slight hint of smokiness there for me. There could be an ounce of licorice in it, but for me, there's fuck all there. So let's pour this out. You know, I'm not anti-Wychwood. Like I keep saying, I want breweries to do well, and I want their beers to be done, you know, well as well. And I want their beers to be put across as quality as well. And that isn't quality. It really isn't. It's for me, it's just looking at that is absolutely fucking shocking. What the fuck have they done with that? I'm sorry, I'm just going on. So there we go. And they can bring back Feeler's Elbow as well. That was a good beer. So beer in a glass. Jet black, off-white head, the aroma. Again, not much else. There's a certain slight licorice to it, but not much else, to be honest. It doesn't smell exciting. It really doesn't. So I'm going to go in. So cheers, everybody. Very ashy for me in this. It says toffee and plums. Yeah, right. Not for me. What do I get? Overtly bitter on the front end with like an ashy feel. Charcoal ash to this. Not getting much chocolate for me. Not getting much dark fruits either. It's very much... Does this feel like... It's very much typical Marston's, is it? It's very much a typical beer. It's not doing fuck all, to be honest. Yeah. Roasty. Dark malts. Ashy, charcoal-y, mouthfeel. Mouthfeel is okay. Does it feel like a stout to me? No, it doesn't. It doesn't. It's more porter for me. Doesn't feel robust, doesn't feel thick, it doesn't feel like it's got a pair of hairy bollocks to it for me. It just feels lame. Would I buy it again? No. Going again. It's just not doing it for me. It really isn't. I'm not going to waste any more time on this. Is this as bad as what the label is? For me, not a fan of this at all. I think it is. I think it's absolutely shit. I should have cut this review by about 9 minutes. I should have just poured it out and said, you know what, boys and girls, that is absolutely shit. See you on my next one. Not good at all. Boys and girls, if you think that is a decent beer, you need your head testing. It's not good. It's an absolute rubbish. It's a rubbish beer. It's rubbish. Rubbish stout. Rubbish label. Rubbish everything. Do not waste your money on it. It is absolute shit. See you on my next one. If I get thumbs downs, well, I'm sorry. But the truth hurts. At the end of the day, You don't become an arsehole until you tell the truth. See you in the next one. Cheers.